Alright, my fellow K-pop Kumers, welcome back to Road to Kim Jong-un, I'm going bald. That's actually one of my favorite fucking titles for like any of my series. It's just funny. I even got a comment saying, lol, that title. That's how you know it's funny. So, yeah, I mean, I essentially did exactly what Antonio from Artwad, ARTWAD recommends, which is, draw something. And I think this is the formula, honestly, for learning anything. Do something for an extended period of time until you feel as if you just either A, learn something or B, exhausted your obsession with that thing and then move on to the next thing. So I'll probably do like a page or two or maybe even three of just drawing for imagination for a couple of weeks, right? And then I'll move on to reference drawing and then practicing guns over and over and over and over, all that shit. But right now, what does Broken Draw recommend? Right? What does he talk about? The horizon is the main thing, right? So right now we got to figure out where we want the horizon line to be. It can be up here, right? That means like we're looking at it, everything from the bottom. Yeah, if it's up here, if it's up over here, we're looking at everything from the top. Oh no, what the fuck am I saying? For here, if it's here, we're looking at it from the bottom. If it's here, we're looking at it. No, like the items from the top, right? Because it's converging towards a point. Sure, whatever. But what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Feel free to, oh yeah, like, subscribe, and keep me on the background for retention, all that shit. That's my new thing now, I think. I just go like, whenever I want to fucking say something. That's the phase I'm in. Before it was like the annoying screeching phase. According to the YouTuber subreddit, I've essentially destroyed my value proposition because it's been past 30 seconds and I haven't done anything. But I'm thinking, alright? I'm thinking, and that's the value I bring to the world. My ninepe, as you would say in Tamil, to the what? The what? Not even white. Western people out there. Right. My voice will be back soon, so I'll just have to do this fake voice until then. Okay. The biggest thing I want to do going forward for this drawing for imagination is to play, right? Okay, it's been 2 minutes. So yeah, it's like, apart from not having expectations and just having fun, it's just to play, right? To enjoy playing around with things. So I guess with that being said, I should probably start by, and somebody also gave me a really good tip on the Kim Jong-un, one of the videos, part 5 or part 6, where they said everything looks muddied because you're adding a lot of detail everywhere, the same values of detail. So they're like, if you want things to be like, things in the foreground should have more detail than things in the background. So I'll try to keep that in mind as well. I don't really have an idea, so I guess we'll just like dick around and see where it goes, right? So, and right now it's just about kind of figuring something out as I go along, right? And we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to keep the horizon line relatively in mind. Or not relatively, I'm trying to keep it in mind, but I'm also just trying to see where my own creativity takes me. Right. It's not going to be perfect by any means, but it will be something, which is also what matters. And this is a great way for me to practice these super thin Kim Jong-un-esque lines, right? Because he's able to create this, so technically, if he can create it, any human on the planet should be also able to create it, right? It's the sort of mindset I want to have. But let's see. Let's see if that holds true. I actually went to a gun range, so I'm trying to remember the little things I learned from the gun range, even though it might not be the best. It's going to be difficult to remember everything. But let's see. We can have the hand. Something like this. And then what? Something like that, right? Maybe. And okay, gotta think about the hand. This is really difficult, but also really fun. So again, I'm trying to think about multiple things at once. It's supposed to be the hand holding on to the trigger, which should be something like that, right? Might be a bit hard to see, but that's what I'm trying to figure out as well, right? What the fuck is going on here, you know? And then we can have something like that, but obviously I shouldn't have started that at all, because we need this, and then we have the hand coming out like so. This is like the shoulder pad thing, right? See, drawing from imagination basically just tells you to go fuck yourself. You know, and that's basically what you have to do, right? You just take a giant fucking dick and just go fuck yourself. There's no other way to live your life. So, it was already kind of off. I'm just trying to think about the mannequin here. Because this is obviously supposed to be... This is supposed to be like a semi-sphere, right? This is why I can't wait to also practice the mannequins. What the fuck is this, bro? It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it is okay. I'm laughing more so out of humor and entertainment rather than frustration and pain. Of course, of course, of course. You know, no negative mindsets here, guys. Right? This is just the gun, I guess. That's supposed to be the handle. We can even add maybe like a little cylinder sight thing here. This is really good practice for just keeping my hand calm. That's actually my main thing right now, is just keep my mind calm and keep my hand calm. Right? There you go. Something like that. Right. There you go. And then I guess for extra detail, we can just add little cutout thingies. Again, right now it's just about form and line. Right? Nothing else really has to make the most amount of sense for the time being. And obviously everything is really fucky too. Right? Line is okay, form is okay. That's like one hand. Right? So how do I want this fucker to look? Because that's the perspective. I'm trying to think. He's like holding this in a really awkward way too. But let's see. Okay, clearly he has like super long arms. Right, so let's see what I can do here. Let's try to visualize this a bit better. Right, so comes back like so, and then the head is maybe something like... I'm gonna try to keep it relatively simple, and let's actually give him some goggles. Because again, I went to that warplane museum. They had some really cool goggles. It's amazing the amount of errors that I'm making too. Right, and in fact, we don't even need this to be a nose. What we can do is we can first turn this into a... we can definitely change that nose into some sort of, let's see, what do they have? That's something like this, right? It's like a gas mask. It was really cool. Right, so we could do something like this. And then it's like wires and shit. This can change into wires, right? Does it make sense? Probably not. And then this can be like a little strap. You see how like this makes it so important to understand lines? Or like not understand lines, sorry, to have clean line work, because I'm trying to make it so intricate, but obviously it's not amazing. But I do think I am learning. Yeah, something like that, right? And there's even like some hard surfacey shit like that, right? Just like some rounded stuff. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't, but this is how we take relative inspiration from real life. Whilst, and I think they had like a earmuff on, so something like that. Right. Again, this, I guess this is what I'm trying to do, is like I'm trying to take inspiration from real life stuff, and also see if I do some form indications here. Seems a bit more legit, I think. And we can have these glasses maybe have like a ridge, right? And obviously I'm just gonna make this black because it would be nice to have some contrast, right? This is true, like this is the thing, like I'm just thinking about having fun and playing around. I'm obviously trying to think about the perspective to a relative degree, and it's possible I may have already messed it up a little, right? But this is why I'm just having fun. See, maybe there was like a some sort of bent cylinder, because that's really all this is, right? Some sort of bent cylinder, you know, and then there's something like this, perhaps. And then again, this hat, just something that comes down, you know, and then we can kind of just, again, do some form indications here, maybe, right? So there's that, and then I can maybe, just for some contrast's sake, and this is like kind of me just half-assing it, right? In the sense that I'm just trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. But it's pretty fun. Not gonna lie, it is pretty fun, right? Even this, I can do something like that, right? Some of that fake lighting that you see, like artists do, right? This is like a sheen, I guess. And no, not Sheen from Jimmy Neutron, mind you, but even something like this. Now this guy looks a bit more legit. You know, we can even add some cylinders just for shits, as like a nuts and bolts type thing. Something like that, right? And maybe maybe this can be a flag. Something like right. Oh yeah, I'm trying to do, or I'm thinking of doing, because I've opened up a Patreon. I guess I should mention now for those of you here. I've opened up a Patreon. It's very shameless. I'm just asking for money as you expect of me, right? But I'm also thinking perhaps I could do drawing requests for these drawing for imagination videos, and the perks would be that I'm gonna make it obscenely priced, like 100 or 200, so that way people won't request it until I'm actually good. Of course, that's this guy's logo. Yeah, people won't request it until I'm good, of course, but that way, like, essentially the perks would be: A, I draw something that you request; B, I turn it into my imagination drawing; C, I give you call outs, and then obviously it's going to be my videos as well, right? So you'll consistently be getting called out for like an hour, 2 3 videos, right? 3 hour long videos possibly, because it takes time to do this. And then D, I, you know, D, fucking, I laminate it, and then I send it to you, I mail it to you. So that way you get, you know, the process, fucking me just sucking your dick while I'm drawing and talking about whatever I want to talk about regarding you, probably roasting you a lot, but probably also just, I don't know, like fucking hyping you up because you gave me money. And then and then I send it to you. So there you go. I guess that's something, right? But anyways, let me rest my brain. But yeah, this is actually extremely fun. Like extremely fucking fun. Even though I know the hand's fucked and like that's supposed to be the hand. What, how can I showcase that that's supposed to be the hand better? If I perhaps make this gun, it's like that's supposed to be the trigger, right? How can I highlight that better? How can I highlight that better? I guess technically I could do something like this. It's like form indications. Right, so this thing has more sway. There you go, more form indications there. Perhaps some random shading. But yeah, this is the goal, right? I want my lines to be as thin as this, but also obviously very clear and consistent. So let's... Well, I actually looked better before I added these, but that's okay. Maybe I can add like a little... I don't know what that is, but I added it. Right, okay, so now we got this guy, and why don't we give him like another little cylinder thing here to make him look more, even more as if he's some sort of badass, right? When in doubt, just add cylinders to make someone look more badass, right? I hope you just got deja vu. But Leo Das is a badass. He's gonna kick your sad ass. Let it be known. So he's obviously looking here and his body's turned that way. That's also a nice way to sort of... And I guess this is gonna be his neck area, which I'll just add right there because obviously I'm fucking learning mannequins still. But we still need his right hand, or his right hand. So right here, I should have made this shoulder girdle a bit bigger, like so. And I guess we'll just follow the form, right? When in doubt, let's just follow the form. Does it do anything? Not really, but it helps me understand exactly what I'm drawing, right? So, and again, I want to, like, it's a difficult balance between trying to make it look real, but also trying to make it not so overwhelming with detail. Like white space is very important, right? this, what I'm doing here, is just a little practice into following the perspective. But even then, I think I fucked it up a little. Right? But looks kind of cool, so I guess it's what it is. Oh shit. I think today at 2 p.m. Is it 2 p.m.? Yeah, holy fuck, in an hour, Antonio in the Discord is gonna... He's gonna have like a whole Q&A type thing, because they just released a big update on ArtWAD's website. There's a new card-like interface for their roadmap, which is really nice. Again, I don't know how far in the future people are gonna be watching this, so... You know, it might look even more refined by the time you see this video, random stranger, fucking years from now. Right? See, I do have a tendency to add a lot of unnecessary detail. That's why I'm trying to keep it at least moderately. See, like, this guy's a really small torso and a big head, so that's proportion issues right there. Right? And it's going like here. Body's like that. So that's his right arm, or his left arm, which is unnecessarily long. Right? That's the hand. It's supposed to be the hand holding the gun. Right? I know, like, I'm still really learning how to make everything seem coherent. Right? There's too much shit happening at once. And I'm trying. But what should we have his right hand do? Oh! I just got a really cool idea. So that's that. Comes down there, right? Bring in that shoulder girdle, bring out, and then we could have this arm. Oh, this is gonna be good. This actually sets up the composition for, hopefully, the next few things that will be happening in this piece. Right, we gotta foreshorten that, of course. Okay, it's not perfectly foreshortened, but if I make the hand smaller, it'll work out. Right, now we just need... Does his left hand, even the fucking thing, is that even in the right way? Hold up. Yeah, it is. Wow, I actually somehow managed to make the thumb in the right orientation without even realizing. Fundamentals, everybody, you gotta practice it, am I right? It's battle of the century. I don't know what this is. I feel as if I kind of fucked this up. The flag. It should have been around here. So why don't we just do something like, maybe it can be a pattern instead? Oh, I guess I just turned it into lighting, right? Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. But do I like to pretend? Of course, I like to pretend. Right, now that's lighting, I guess. You know? Cool. This looks so dumb, right? Okay, but that's his other hand, right? And we are going to give him a gun, of course. Bro, this is so fun. I recommend this to everybody. If you want to practice your fundamentals, draw from imagination. Because you might learn things about yourself. Look at this. I got this as inspiration from the fucking warplane museum that I went to, right? Just from vaguely remembering. But now I actually have the skills to draw the shapes, right? That's the most important thing, is that I have the skills to draw the shapes that I vaguely remember. Is it perfect? Of course not, right? But okay, that's I think that's enough. This gives enough white space. We don't want to crowd it too much, right? It's already kind of messy here. You don't really know what's going on fully, but that, like, yeah, we can leave it at that. Symmetry is a big part of this entire thing, right? So, see, we can add a little bit of that, form indication, whatever. Okay, now I got to think about this hand, because I went to the gun range. I know Well, I never held a pistol, so obviously this is like the fucking finger pistol. But I do know. Well, actually, yeah, I only ever held a rifle. This guy's also holding the fucking rifle wrong too. Why is he holding it from the trigger? This is- in fact, if anything, he's what a fucking retard, bro. This guy's like, oh my god. You know what? That's his character. He's a fucking retard. So he's gonna be shooting at something, but I was gonna make the composition go like he's shooting at something and it's jumping at him and he kills it and it's like, oh, badass. But instead, he's gonna end up shooting an innocent civilian. Well, maybe we'll see. I always change my mind, right? But maybe we could have it like he's shooting something completely unrelated, right? But something from here is jumping at him. I don't know. It's just funny for me to think that I made him hold the gun wrong. What a fucking idiot. Okay. Well, again, this is still like the kind of horizon line I've tried to establish. Over here, it's part intuition right now. It really is part intuition, but we'll see. Okay. And again, I'm trying to hold this proper. Okay, so we got something like that, right? It's actually a bit misaligned, but that. And then we got yeah, I don't know how to make him hold the gun actually. I'm trying to think. What the fuck? It's like you're like this, right? Okay. So his thumb has to be something like that. And the gun is right here, I guess. Right. It's a good thing I actually know how to draw a gun relatively decently now. You can even make it unnecessarily like huge for no reason. Right. Though it doesn't really make too much sense. Right. And then something like that. That's wrong actually, but it's okay. And this thing can have a scope as well. Is that a scope? Who fucking knows? But there you go. He's holding that completely wrong. He's holding that completely fucking wrong. But this is how you learn, right? This is how we like what the fucking retard. The real retard is the artist who drew it like that. But that's how you learn. That's so funny. Yeah, he's holding completely wrong. This part of his arm hand should be down there. You're obviously fucking holding the barrel more so than the. This guy doesn't know, dude. He's gonna die. I honestly want to like show him getting impaled because he's an idiot. But let me rest my brain first. This is pretty funny. Oh, fucking moron. All right, that's good coffee. How do you showcase like a bang, right? Is it like, because you see that shit in manga all the time, right? They do that. They do a little bit of, I think, like this. Obviously, the lines need to be cleaner. And then what? It's like something like that. And then maybe, see, that's why I need to focus on making these lines a bit better too. And we could have this as the bullet, right? And this, I don't know, that doesn't seem amazing, obviously, but drawing quick lines with the brush pen is very difficult. You see how it gets so faint, for lack of a better word, right? It gets smudgy, yeah. And if you draw it slowly, you lose that little bit of dynamism. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's like a natural dynamism that comes with drawing it fast, right? Like, this looks fucking retarded now, but okay, whatever, whatever. This guy's just leave it, you know. It's fine. Oh my god, he shot a gun. Incredible. At least the trajectory I made even. Okay, so now we need to think about his torso. And for his torso, we can literally just make it practice the mannequin at the end of the day, right? So like that, right? And then we have the legs. I guess for the legs, I'm just gonna make like a little attachment thing for myself, so I remember. Right, there you go. That's his legs. And they have an attachment. Okay, but my lines are getting messy, so we need to focus on that now. This guy's gonna be a bit of a midget, to be honest. 5'7", like myself. No, that's not midget territory, guys. I'm 5'7.5". Let it be known. Let it be known. Okay. I feel like I forgot something. Oh, I forgot the fucking pelvis. Yeah, I was like, this is the mid part. That's not the pelvis. Something's wrong. Can we make this work? Perhaps. Just pretend like this is an entire, like, there you go. That's the pelvis. And we can just kind of make these, I guess, cylinders attached to that. Doesn't have to make sense. He already looks like a fucking monstrosity as it is, right? There you go. Still gotta work on my lines. But I guess I am thinking about structure too, right? But his legs are gonna have to be really short, like really short. I thought this guy would be a lot smaller, but again, proportions is clearly something I still struggle with. So it's okay. Let's do this. I'm still trying to make my lines. I'm still trying to hold my pen very lightly, you know, a la Kim Jung-gi, my favorite K-pop star. Rest in peace. I mean, seriously though, like, fuck, man, what an artist. Just what an absolute god of an artist. But that's the thing, right? You gotta think, if he can do it, I can do it. And he always emphasized the box and putting everything in the box, right? That was like his whole thing, is the box, the box, the box. Okay, this is actually pretty good contrast, I think, like that little white space I put here, right? Which was supposed to be like the pelvis connection. And maybe we can blot this out with a little bit of black here as well. Maybe even like so, right? Does it make sense? Maybe, maybe not. Just trying to see what I can do, right? But either way, that's nice. It allows for some breathing room, I think. I don't fucking know, but I think. Maybe this gun can be unnecessarily I just had an idea. Hold up, I'll get back to this. I just had an idea. This guy's a fucking idiot. Hold up. We can... Okay. He is so incompetent that he requires... this is gonna be good. We gotta think about the ground too. If this is gonna be his ground, he's gonna be a fucking midget, then this thing's ground should be like right here. Right? He's so fucking incompetent that he requires assistance in order to fire his gun. Here, we'll make it so like it's even attached, right? So he really can't fuck up. There you go. And it's still gonna aim at something completely that has nothing to do with anything. It's gonna go past everything. Oh shit! I shouldn't have put the bullet here then. I should have put the bullet over there or something. Maybe we can have like a bunny that's staring at him, being like, "Really, bro?" I don't know. This is the whole part about art: is you got to think ahead, right? So. Let's see. What are some interesting shapes I can make? Something like that, I guess. Right. And then we can have... I don't know. I want to add some sort of a deviation. Right? Maybe it stops right around here. Connects like so. Okay. Yeah, because if this is his ground, I mean, this could be a bit longer, I guess. I know, like, perspective is something that I'm still, especially in a larger scene, still trying to figure out. Like, that's definitely an incorrect ellipse of sorts, but I know, like, it's not perfect. But once I add the legs, hopefully, like, his legs will be around here. But then again, like, this thing, he's holding onto it, so it probably should be a bit longer too. Fucking goddamn it. There, I think that's fine. Okay, if that's a horizon line, this needs to be a lot more curved. Okay, sure. I know I could have done better with this design, but sometimes you just gotta yabba dabba do it. You just gotta yabba dabba do it. Right, and this is the whole part of drawing from imagination that's difficult, because like you don't really know where you're going, and this is something that I'm just like, I think is whatever. Like, this design is whatever, right? But now I've committed, so I gotta at least keep going, right? So that's like that. See, it kind of lost like a little bit of making sense, and that line shouldn't be there, but if I added it there, I might as well add it here, right? I haven't even thought about vanishing points for this. I'm just vaguely doing it. So it's not perfect, and actually I think this thing really does look pretty wonky now that I see it, but you can't fix the lines you're putting down, right? But maybe I can just create like a little tile. Right, that way it's helping to reinforce the perspective that I've already sort of started to establish. You know, some sort of tiling system. Just like, okay, like it's not fully tiled, right? Like maybe there's just happens to be a little block of cement here, or not cement, but like some sort of I don't know what the fuck is this called. Yeah, like bricks, you know? But with this I can establish the perspective, hopefully even more, right? But again, we're trying to show that I guess maybe it's a bit decrepit, right? Like, okay, there's like grass and shit growing out here. You know, this is just happens to be a little spot where this thing can be shot, right? Again, I don't know what I'm doing, but this looks a bit more legit than whatever I did before. So it seems to be absorbing things from artists, at least through osmosis and paying attention, right? You know, maybe some plants that are kind of just growing here. And even, I guess, that's a good amount of white space. So now the question is, do we want to have detail here, or do we want to have detail on this? Right, that's also a question to be asked. Now, I know, like, this doesn't make sense much because it's going in a circle, and I should have added this as well. So maybe I should just... if we just ignore that, right? It's not gonna be perfect, but this way at least I can do something like this. We just shadow this out. Right? So I understand the perspective for this is already a bit fucked, and I should have obviously thought ahead. But if I just, again, shadow it out just a little, right? It's not gonna be perfect, and honestly, it might even completely detract from it. That's something we have to acknowledge as well, right? Like what I'm making might actually make it worse. These are decisions you have to think about while you keep the perspective in mind. See, and then maybe I can turn it into some sort of form indication shadow type situation. Does it really make sense? Probably not. I don't know shit about lighting yet, so it definitely doesn't. But this is the fun part, right? Where we just kind of get to fuck around. All that fundamentals practice results in this, right? Which is something that's just like, oh, okay, kind of looks like something now. Some of it doesn't work, some of it works a bit more, I'd like to think. Yes, he's already been 44 minutes, and this is 44 minutes. I definitely could have made this look a lot more interesting. I feel as if I fucked up by trying to go blocky here. Right. I don't know if there's any way to salvage this either. I just got another idea. Oh, this guy's actually a fucking idiot, I swear. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. Okay, right? And then he has a... Okay, so that's like that. And then he can have, let me do this first. Like something that's literally a crutch. Like it's literally fucking holding it for him. Right? Helping him aim. And how can we make this look interesting? We can just make a little cutout thing, right? So... And then, I don't know. Something like that. Right? Like really, really unnecessary. Like it has to be very clear this guy's an absolute fucking idiot. Right? So he needs all of this, by the way, just to make sure that he can actually I don't think this makes sense here. That he can aim at something that he's not gonna hit, by the way. But yeah, that's pretty funny. Apologies if I just scared the shit out of you by laughing like a fucking maniac. But oh, I know what else I can do. Let's just just make this inside all dark. There you go. That makes it a bit better, right? I got the fucking, yeah, that beast theme stuck in my head. Maybe like there's something here that'll actually be doing the shooting. Wait, that's incorrect. Right, something like that. Okay, something like that. It does actually kind of fucked up that completely in terms of the perspective. Yeah, really did. So, you know, that's something you have to think about it as well. Yeah, definitely fucked up the perspective there. It's okay, whatever, leave it. There's too much shit happening now. I feel as if trying to make something hard surfacey, I've deviated. Right, so let's just give it a nice little stand. And call it a day. Right. Yeah, the other side will be like that. Yeah, lots of muddled things here, so need to work on that, right? And it's because I wasn't sure what I was doing. It's because these lines are a bit awkward, right? Like this thing just functionally just looks weird. So that's something to keep in mind as well. You know? But it's okay, because I can acknowledge all the mistakes while still having lots of fun, right? Like little grass segments here. I think I'm trying to think about breathing room. Oh, I just thought of something. This guy's shooting over there, while there's another guy just being like, bro, what the fuck? And he's gonna shoot him, maybe. Maybe, we'll see. I want to add a lot of random things. This might take me a while. Okay, it's been 50 minutes. Let me rest my brain. I barely rest my brain this session. It's too fun. Okay, cool. We need to make his legs very small, right? Very, very, very small. So we'll make this the crotchular region, right? Something like that. And then we'll have the legs come out like so. This is just another way for me to practice my mannequin, to be honest, because I haven't drawn the legs for the mannequins much, especially the revised mannequin, right? And then there is sort of a fucking, what is it, like the semisphere that he mentions. Oh, actually, it's supposed to be a ball joint, so I fucked that up a little bit. And then we can have oh, maybe I guess I'm making this a bit of a wide angle, right? Yeah, I guess I'm making a bit of a wide angle, right? And this is where we start adding, I guess, random designs and things to his legs, right? Like maybe a pocket here, a pocket that goes around, right? It's just bare pockets, just fucking incredible amount of pockets for this piece of shit. So this, I guess, this thigh will be the pocket region. This is it's so humbling to try to draw lines this thin, right? And then maybe, yeah, let's just add like a little bolt thing here, right? Just a little cylinder. Yeah, I'm not satisfied with this machine thingy at all, but it's what it is, right? It could have been a lot better in terms of the shapes that I used, and even this, like, it's also awkward. It just doesn't make sense, and I've kept everything very muddied, right? The lines are very unclean. I didn't think hard enough for that. This I thought was funny, but even this was executed poorly because the perspective is off, which I guess adds to his incompetence. And then we got shoes. Yeah, we got shoes. So let's add. I don't know how to draw shoes, but I do know, I guess, what combat boots could possibly look like. Funny enough, I did just watch an episode of, I don't know if you've heard of Spilled Ink. It's like Didus and Emily. By the way, in my opinion, they're decent artists, but they really do like their fundamentals. Oh, controversy, Viggy talking shit about Didus and Amarucci. No, they just like, there's a video where they're like, things we hate drawing. It's literally just them avoiding to draw anything that requires knowledge of form. And I'm like, oh shit. Here we go again, boys. They don't want to draw. They don't want to draw. Listen, they have a nice, they're nice people. And I did enjoy their shit on Trash Taste. I just think they're running away from their fundamentals. You can tell, like, Didus actually has some fundamentals, and I'm talking about form and perspective, right? But it's heavily cock-blocked by his inability to want to draw those things. So yeah, that is my controversial take on the controversial cake. Very tasty. There you go. I guess those are shoes, although they could be a bit more interesting. There you go. I don't know what that did, but that made it look like something. This guy looks like he's wearing a fucking race car for his shoes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing? But whatever. I guess those are his feet now. But the thing is, like, you can tell they have really good skills in coloring and proportion. If they just focused a bit more on form, Unstoppable. Not unlike Ron-stoppable. I hope I gave some of you a nostalgia boner. Cool. That's actually pretty cool. Looks like something. I guess we can add some form indications here, right? It's not bad for not knowing how to fucking draw anything. There you go. This will contrast it better. Okay, that contrast is a bit too much. Maybe I can actually highlight this gun a bit more. See, I literally don't even know where the gun went because of how fucking shit of a job I did in keeping things like clear. Right? I think that makes it a bit clearer. Clearer. Well, this is also just a really good practice in lines, right? Line thickness, line confidence. Okay, you can kind of tell he's holding a gun, I guess. Not really, but who cares? Oh, I should stop holding it awkwardly. Okay, cool. And then I guess I'll do something like this to indicate that it's connected, right? We can even do something like this to indicate that it's connected. There you go. Now we know, like, we can even do something like this to indicate that it's connected. There you go. Now we know there's like a thing on the other side that it's attached to. That actually makes the shape look slightly more interesting, right? Add some more grass. You see, for an hour, this is like all I could do, right? Why do I keep saying like? This is... what's the replacement for how people bastardize the word like, right? Ah, shit, the tip isn't connected. There you go. Similar to, I don't fucking know. That word is bastardize the English language. Here, give him some grass here. Tomorrow I'll think about, I mean not tomorrow, literally later today I'll think about what else I could add around here. Yeah, and I want to obviously have different perspectives and things. Like I want things moving in a different way. But I think I'm slowly starting to think about the perspective that I could have. So it's been 57 minutes, so maybe I can draw one more thing. Right? Maybe I can draw a camera looking right at us, taking a picture of us. It's not any camera, it's a drone camera. Right? Shading with the brush pen is a whole different thing, which what makes it very incredibly fun. And I still struggle with sort of overlapping cylinders, as you can tell, right? That's where my lines sort of break apart. I'm kind of like trying to remember the camera I was using for the trip. And this was the flash, I guess, right? And I'm thinking drone just because my friend, he brought his drone on the bachelor party trip. I guess I never talked about that, but yeah, I did say I was going to go to it, but I never said how it went. It was fun as fuck. What else is there to say? Right? Lots of shenanigans, lots of laughs, lots of drugs. Right? Now, this doesn't really look like a camera, but what if I had this? Yeah, because like this is the part about perspective that I need to think about, right? Well, this is looking at me, and does it really seem like... Well, it's like literally on the horizon, I guess, so we really wouldn't see anything past this, funny enough, because if it's right on the horizon, then I guess it's just straight. There you go. This is actually my horizon line that we can adjust to, right? This is like a 1-point perspective, basically. So why don't I guess, give the wings from here for the drone. Something like that, right? maybe this doesn't make too much sense with the perspective I've chosen. But I'm trying to keep it relatively even, you know? And then maybe this can also be like something that's recording underneath, right? But this is looking like, I don't know, somewhere else perhaps? And we need more line variety, so I can just do something, not line variety, sorry, we need more value variety. So do something like that. I can add little things here. That's like a form indication, I guess. I could even do something like this, right? And then what can this do? This, I mean, the perspective's a bit off. I didn't think about that properly. But what else? And then maybe composition wise, this is kind of in an awkward spot, right? And I don't know if the perspective is accurate, actually. I'm sure that's something I'm missing, because I probably should have been thinking about the perspective a bit more. I did try to establish that this is the horizon line, and this is a 1-point perspective, so technically it makes sense. But, I mean, what I can do is just to really go with the perspective. This thing is probably holding something a bit smaller. There you go, see? Because now it's 1 point, but it's going that way. There you go. It's holding something like this, I guess. And to make it more interesting, we can just start adding random things. Right? Like so. And yeah, this isn't really supposed to be much. I don't know what this is supposed to be exactly. I'm just trying to reinforce that it's going this way, right? I think some things are off for sure. This might actually be breaking the perspective a little bit, but if I don't know, bro. I don't know. How much time has elapsed? 1 minute and 1 hour and 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I feel as if I'm maybe relying on intuition a bit too much, perhaps. Trying to figure this out. And obviously these wings are nowhere near fucking big enough for drone-like wings. This is, I guess, like for Super Earth type shit, right? Type shit. There you go. Things still exist even if they're off camera, so that's how we can establish it, it seems. And then we can do something like, wait. Yeah, okay, I know how I can make this look like it's something like that, right? Like the rotors, I think I fucked this one up a little bit. But yeah, because this is definitely straight, because we're basically looking right at it, and then we could have something like, yeah, see? Okay, I guess that's cool. Oh, I just thought of something else. Okay, we could have. Oh, this guy's gonna fucking this is what he gets for being an absolute idiot. But this can actually be a bomb drop. The enemy got behind him. That's not his. He's too busy staying and looking at the fucking. Oh my god, you absolute fucking idiot. Yeah, something like that. Right. Yeah, this is literally a bomb drop. And we could have it be like this, I guess. And the pin is already come out, right? I don't know much about bombs or grenades, but we could do, like, again, I don't know if this is gonna muddy the picture, but it's just funny to me. Right. Right. Okay, so that obviously did muddy it a little bit. So, apologies, I guess, to myself. But he is. And let me just do something like this. Yeah, so I definitely need to work on dynamism, right? But this guy's about to get fucking butt fucked. See? And then we can have another one here. Again, I don't know if that's what the pin actually looks like. And we get another one here. This idiot, absolute moron. Yeah, I shouldn't have done all these lines. It takes away from it, but it's okay. This guy's a fucking idiot, bro. That's literally what you get. Honestly, that's literally what you get. But let's put some more green around him. At least he can go out in style. That's what you get for being a fucking idiot. Fucking moron, bro. Okay. And again, I'm trying to be more intentional with where I put these. Right, but such a fucking funny idea. I love where this story is going. This one's a bit more of a chunky grenade with that perspective. But there you go. That's also bad perspective. That's a bit better. Yeah, I shouldn't have done these lines. It takes away from it. Maybe it should have just been like one or two. This really does take away from it. But and like it muddies this too, right? So now this kind of blends together. So maybe I can actually darken his helmet so this is a bit more understandable, I guess. Actually, if this that is the horizon line. I'm still trying to figure this out. Whatever. There you go. And it's like, oh. Oh no. This guy's actually gonna get fucking wrecked. There you go. There you go, and that's the grass. Right behind him. Oh, he's gonna get so fucking destroyed. Okay, cool. And I guess just to make him stand out a bit more, we could highlight his body, right? Something like that. Look at this piece of shit. Fucking cunt, dumbass. That's what you get. That's what you get, you fucking moron. But I think I'm gonna add a little just so it hold up. I just want this to be a bit more clear. Right, like this can be the texture for his helmet. There you go, see? And his helmet is, I guess, coming around back here like so. There you go. See, now it's kind of like, okay, I guess I shouldn't have made this black either, because that it would have been easier to see in terms of contrast. But maybe I can at least add some black here. Maybe this can... I know the perspective is off for that one. Yeah, guys, if you want to have like do good, or not, what the fuck am I trying to say? If you're trying to just have a good time with drawing from imagination, literally just play. Like, I didn't expect any of this to come about, but here I am. Right, like this is just funny to me. Right, so there it is. That's my hour, my first hour. And I don't want to keep it so muddied, so now we know, like, this is shit. This is where I'm going to keep the detail, and then the back is where things are going to be very abstract in terms of form, right? So not perfect, nothing incredible, but I'm going to work towards it. I think this could have been a better perspective too, for sure, but we'll see. We'll see how we can mess with the perspective. I've already started establishing some sort of curvilinear perspective, at least, like, or really intense convergence, even if this is a 3-point perspective, right? Maybe we can make it curve upwards too. Maybe I could have thought about that when it came to this. But we'll see. And oh, let me highlight this fucker's this. There you go. There you go, I guess. Okay. Don't need to line work everything, but that's cool. That's really cool. I never thought I'd be able to do something close to this. Yet here I am, because I'm God and I'm better than you. Anyways, yeah, really fun session. With that being said, as always, like and subscribe, right? Like and subscribe, right? That type of shit. That type of gay shit, as they say. And I say that with happiness, by the way, because we all know, right? What is it, Christmas Carol? Gay apparel. Don me now the gay... I don't fucking know, whatever. I mean in a happy way. Okay, everybody loves to be negative, but I have never been negative in my entire life. Right? That's why they call me the negachin. Just add more little, I guess, form indications. Did it lose the form? I think simplicity was key here. Maybe if I just do a tiny one. There you go. Don't need to add more than one. See, that one added way too many. With this one, I can just add one. Right? There you go. Grenades! Grenades falling from the sky. Right? Cool. Definitely could have added more perspective here, I think. You know, I don't want... It still looks a bit flat, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Anyways, I guess, as always... Yeah, I didn't do my outro yet, right? Oh, wait. His hand is way too fucking... Just to be clear that this is a hand. It's the thumb. There you go. That's supposed to be dark because that's where the trigger's supposed to be. Right. I could maybe do something like this for the gun. But either way, I guess that's fine. It would be funny to add another little scope thing like this, though. There you go. Less and less like a gun as I go on. Does it make sense? No. Is it hated by the community? Of course. But, oh man, this is really pissing me off, this wonky perspective. There you go. There you go. It's like a rocket, I guess. Right? I don't know. Actually, that literally just adding that, for some reason, I don't understand design whatsoever, but for some reason it just makes it look slightly better. So, yeah, there's that, right? Sure. Okay, whatever. It's what it is. This thing doesn't really make sense because I like you can tell where I wasn't thinking, which is here, and where I was thinking a bit more, which is right around there. But either way, pretty cool stuff. Let me actually add a bit more of the broken, like, because he's definitely standing on grass. This guy's definitely standing on grass, right? Can add slightly more detail where he's standing because he is the closest to us. Right, he's definitely standing on grass, but this is where this thing kind of breaks apart, right? You know, we can even add some broken rocks around here. No. Like, it's just kind of to indicate, okay, well, I guess something happened here. We can even have it break off right around here, right? So it's like, okay, something happened. We know that much for sure. Maybe I could just make this dark. See, this is the part of my drawings where I start nitpicking, you know? But that's also the fun part, in my opinion, because it's the part where you're like, okay, am I fucking the drawing? Or am I improving it, right? Am I adding or am I taking away? Here, maybe it was an ad. But I don't understand shadows well enough to know. Wait, it's fucking, I don't know, something like that. Right, follow it along. Same thing here. Right, does the light source make sense? No. Do I care? Kinda not really. Right? I'm trying to like emulate that. Whatever. Fuck it. If it doesn't make sense, just turn it into a shadow again. Probably shouldn't be so far out. There you go. A shadow that makes 0 sense. Probably made it a lot worse, but it's okay, because I'm just gonna ruin the drawing a bit more. Woohoo, we're ruining the drawing, yay. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. whatever. We can just say that's a pool of blood. Okay, let's leave it at that for now, because I'm only gonna start nitpicking it more and more and more. Right? So we're gonna leave it at that. Wonderful. Okay. But not a bad practice. I, at the end of the day, was just trying to focus on playing around, keeping the perspective in mind as much as I could. And now I want this to really hone the perspective in. Like, I really want to bring it in. So we'll see what we can do, because I want people to be involved, obviously. And this is like a more stationary mannequin, but maybe I can have one that's actually moving, right? Or like throwing something at him or something. I don't know. We'll see. I've kind of out of juice for the time being, but it's been an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please give me money. Thank you.